Maybe you've noticed, what makes a sunset moving isn't the perfect filter or the number of likes, but that quiet poetry you feel when the evening breeze brushes your skin and the light slowly changes before your eyes. There was a time when you used to post something every day, a new haircut, a good meal, a trip to somewhere far away. It was your way of saying to the world, "Look, I'm living." But at some point, things changed. You open the app, type a few words, then delete them. Pick some photos, then think, what's the point? You're tired of that invisible contract that says every moment must be shared, and you've seen through the comparison game driven by algorithms. The sociologist Irving Goffman once wrote in The Presentation of Self in Everyday Life, "Each person plays a role before others, performing an idealized version of themselves." Social media has turned that stage into a theater that never closes. You're no longer living, you're performing life. Finding the right light, tweaking the filters, writing captions that seem casual yet polished. You thought it was self-expression, but really, it was image management. Psychologists call this ego depletion, the mental fatigue that comes from constantly maintaining an ideal self. When you spend every day keeping up a persona, you eventually forget what your real self looks like. So when you stop posting, it's not that you've stopped caring about life, it's that you're tired of living for the gaze of others. You've realized that being seen isn't the same as being understood. A like doesn't mean someone understands your loneliness. A comment doesn't mean they feel what you feel. You no longer want to be the performed self. Because in this algorithmic arena of comparison, every photo, every caption, every clip is a carefully curated highlight reel. We're constantly shown the most perfect moments until we start believing that's what normal life looks like. Then comes the illusion. Why is everyone else moving forward while I'm still standing still? That's what psychologists call a distorted form of social comparison theory. The theory suggests that we define our self-worth through comparison with others. In moderation, it gives us motivation, but when the comparisons are unrealistic or one-sided, they lead to imbalance and insecurity. And that's what social media really is, a platform of selective presentation. People don't show their whole selves, only the version they want you to see. Through carefully edited content, they build an idealized image to earn approval, respect, and belonging. But when everyone is showing only their best sides, the entire space becomes a silent competition of performances. Everyone shines on stage, yet feels secretly exhausted behind the curtain. What you're seeing isn't their real happiness. It's an illusion, stitched together from filters and fragments. And this illusion is fueling the anxiety of comparison. The more often you scroll through social media, the lonelier you sometimes feel, because you're competing with a fictional standard, one crafted not by people, but by algorithms. The cruel part is, even when you know it's not real, your emotions still respond to it, because feelings move faster than reason. So when you stop posting, when you stop chasing those highlight reels, you're really telling yourself, I refuse to be defined by the illusion. You start noticing the unfiltered moments, those plain, quiet fragments that make up real life. Your silence has given you back the right to feel the world as it truly is. You no longer need other people's eyes to prove your existence. Your life in itself is already worth being seen.